And we're back to learning Illustrator in the year day 190. Let me show you the 3D inflate effect. It's relatively similar to one that we've already talked about, which is the extrude. We go to effect 3D and materials, and here you can see it. So it's the fourth option, and the second option, extrude, goes in the same direction. So for inflate, we have depth, twist, and taper again, but there's a little bit of a curve on the front, and that's due to the volume. So this is the specific slider that inflate has and not extrude. You can see that here, if I switch with a volume of 0, it actually looks the same. You can inflate both sides. It's going to give you a little bit of a curve at the back as well. You definitely want to have it filled. So use the first cap option, not the second one. Otherwise, this volume adjustment will get erased. And once again, you can use the rotation afterwards again. Just like the extrude, this effect also works on text, and it works actually quite well. I'll hold Shift when I size this up. Let me give that a reddish color. And now I once again go to Effect, use 3D and Materials, Extrude and Bevel. And this is the extrude. Increase the depth a little bit. And if I add the inflate, it's the same effect, but at the front we get the curve. And this actually helps a little bit with the typical 3D effect. So it makes this look, for text at least, even more realistic. I would check the box for inflate both sides so that we have this little curve at the back as well. Be careful when you add a stroke. It's going to have to render this because the stroke will be applied to all of these copies that create the depth. Depending on how slow your PC is and depending on how far you've set the depth, this can actually crash your system. So be careful there. But this is the inflate effect in Illustrator. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.